Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss one method known as fixed point iteration method. So this is an open-end method where for any given equation f(x) is equal to 0 we rewrite the equation as x is equal to phi x. So given an equation, first step is we have to rewrite that one as x is equal to phi x. And we start with an initial approximation some p naught where the modulus of phi dash at p naught is less than 1. That means the derivative of this function phi at the initial point p naught should be less than 1. So when this condition is satisfied, then only this method, fixed point iteration method, converges. Otherwise this method diverges. Therefore always this is necessary to verify the derivative of this phi, the phi function at this initial point p naught is less than 1, the absolute value of that less than 1. So once we have this condition satisfied, we go to the successive approximations from this formula Pn plus 1 is equal to phi of Pn. It is a very simple formula where each time we substitute the approximation in this phi function, that is phi at p naught is equal to p1. So p1 is equal to phi at p naught. That means the initial value p naught we put in phi. This is the phi function we call phi, and we put p naught in phi, you will get p1. Once you get p1, again you put in phi. Phi of p1 is equal to p2. Once you get p2, again put in phi. Phi of p2 will be p3 and so on. So this is the way we find successive approximations. This method is very easy. First step is we have to convert the given equation of x equals 0 as x is equal to phi x. Once this is done, check the condition for convergence. The derivative of phi at the initial point is less than 1. After that, each time substitute the approximation in this function phi to get the next approximation. So remember this, we will go to the example. Each time we put the approximation in phi to get the next approximation. So phi of p naught equal to p1. Phi of p1 equal to p2, phi of p2 equal to p3 and so on. So let us see how this condition works out. So the first step we have to do is rewrite the equation of x equals 0 as x is equal to phi x. That means finding the root of this equation of x equals 0 is converted into finding the intersection of two curves, y equal to x curve, y equal to phi x curve. So the intersection of two curves will be the root of this equation fx equals 0. By rewriting this equation fx equals 0 into x is equal to phi x, we mean by the intersection of these two curves y equal to x and y equal to phi x is same as the root of this equation fx equals 0. Let us see that in the next slide how. So this is the equation fx equals 0 represented by this red colored curve, and the curve meets x-axis at this point. So this is the exact root. So instead of solving for the root of this equation in this fixed point method, we rewrite this equation as x is equal to phi x, and we find the intersection of these two curves. Y is equal to x, it is a line passing through the origin, and y is equal to phi x, another curve. This is in gray color. Y equal to x is in green color line, and y equal to phi x is in brown color, dark brown color, y equal to phi x. So finding root of this equation fx equal to 0 is now converted into finding the intersection of these two curves. One is the straight line y equal to x, and the other is y equal to phi x. So that is the first step we are doing. Whenever an equation f x equals 0 is given, we rewrite that one as x is equal to phi x. The next one is we check the condition. We check the condition that the derivative of phi x at the initial point is less than 1. Then only the method converges. Let us observe that graphically in the next slide. Derivative of this phi function at the initial point must be less than 1. That is the necessary condition for the convergence. So let us take x-axis. This is x-axis. Then let us take the y-axis. Then the curve. So this brown, dark brown is the curve y is equal to phi x. Now let us take the line y equal to x. So we want to find the intersection of these two. And here if you observe, the phi derivative of phi will be less than 1 at some point p naught. So let us start with an initial approximation p naught. So what is the point corresponding to p naught on this curve phi x is phi of p naught. This curve is phi x and the corresponding point of p naught on the curve is phi of p naught. And if we draw a tangent to the curve at this phi naught, then the slope of the tangent will be less than 1. If you observe, the slope of this line y equal to x is 1. Y equal to x line, the slope is always 1. And if we draw a tangent to the curve, this pi x curve, phi x curve, at this initial point, here, if we draw a tangent, so the slope of the tangent will be definitely less than 1 because of this curve. See, it is going downwards. Therefore, the slope of the tangent at this point will be less than 1. So naturally, the method converges here. Let us see that one. So you start with initial approximation p naught and the corresponding point on the curve phi x is phi p naught. Now this will be the next approximation. According to this method, this will be the next approximation. So how to take this value on x-axis? Our aim is now to take this phi p naught as the next approximation. Approximation is nothing but x value. So to get this value on x-axis, we take intersection with this line y equal to x, because on this line y equal to x, y value, x value both are same. Therefore, take intersection with this line. Therefore, this point where it intersects, at this point, both this y value is same as x value. At this point, both y value, this y value is same as x value. We want to take this y value phi phi naught as the x value, the next approximation. Now draw a perpendicular here. So this is the next approximation, P1. So P1 is nothing but phi P naught. Phi P naught value we are taking on x-axis. Now once you get P1, the corresponding point on phi x, corresponding point on phi x is phi P1. Now this phi P1 will be the next approximation according to our method. By this fixed point iteration method, the next approximation is this phi P1. So you have to get this value on again on x-axis to get this y value. Now to get this y value on x-axis, take intersection with this line y equal to x. So at this point, this y value will be same as x value. Now take a perpendicular. So this is the value P2. P2 is nothing but phi of pi 1. This y length we are taking on x-axis by taking intersection here. So if you observe P naught initial approximation, from this we are getting P1 From that we are getting P2. So all these approximations are coming close to the exact root. This is the exact value, the root, which is the intersection of these two curves. So to get the exact root, we started with P0, thereafter P1 and P2. These approximations P1, P0, P0, P1, P2 are approaching the exact value, which is the exact root. Here the method is converging as derivative of phi, the function phi, at this P0 is less than 1. That means if we draw a tangent to this curve phi x at this point P0, here it will be less than 1. Slope of the tangent is less than 1. Derivative is less than 1 means slope of the tangent to the curve at this point is less than 1. So the method converges. Now let us go to the second case where it diverges. Again, let us take x-axis, y-axis. This is the curve y equal to phi x, and this is the line y equal to x. Now you want to find the intersection of these two. So this is the intersection point, we have to find that one. So to find the intersection, let us start with some initial approximation P0. Now the fixed point iteration method tells that to get the next approximation, you have to find this phi value at P0, that is phi P0. The corresponding value on this curve phi x corresponding to P0 is phi P0. So this is the next approximation. Phi P0 is the next approximation. So this you should take on x-axis. Next approximation means that will be next x value. So how to get this y value on x-axis? By taking intersection with the line y equal to x. So if you take intersection with y equal to x, at this point both x value and y value will be same. So this y value now we are taking on x-axis. Now draw a tangent, draw a perpendicular. So this is the point where this x value is same as this phi P0. So this is the next approximation P1. So this P1 is nothing but phi P0. This function is phi. Phi P0 is nothing but P1. Now once you get P1, again the corresponding point on the curve is phi P1. So this phi P1 will be the next approximation according to this method. So you have to take this value, this is the y value, you have to take on x-axis. To take this on x-axis, take intersection with y equal to x, because on this line both y and x both are the same. So at this point the x value is same as phi P1. This y value is same as x value on this line y equal to x. So take a perpendicular. So this is P2. P2 is nothing but phi P1. This y value we are taking now on x-axis. Now if you observe, the approximations P0, P1, P2, they are all going away from the exact root. So this is the exact root, but these approximations are going away because at P0 the starting value, if we draw a tangent to the curve phi x and slope of the tangent is more than 1, because slope of this line is 1, y equal to x is slope is 1, whereas the slope of the tangent to the curve phi x at this P0, if we draw a tangent here and slope of the tangent is greater than 1. Therefore this method diverges as phi derivative at P0 is greater than 1. Here it should be greater than 1, not less than. So we can correct this one. It is greater than 1. So the method diverges. So let us go to example how we apply this method. If you remember, the first step is you have to rewrite the given equation as x is equal to phi x. So let us read the problem. Use fixed point iteration method to find a root of this equation f x is x cube plus x minus 4 is 0 on the interval 1 to correct to 3 decimal places. So first we rewrite this equation as x is equal to phi x. So from this equation you can write x cube equal to 4 minus x. So taking to the power of 1 by 3 cube root both sides, x is equal to 4 minus x whole power 1 by 3. So this is of the form x equal to phi x, where phi x is equal to 4 minus x whole power 1 by 3. So we got this function phi x by rewriting fx equal to 0 as x is equal to phi x. Now we have to check the condition that the derivative of phi x at the initial point is less than 1. So phi x derivative, phi dash x, the derivative phi prime x is 1 by 3 4 minus x power 1 by 3 minus 1 times minus 1, the derivative of this function, which is simplified as minus 1 over 3 times 4 minus x power minus 2 over 3. Now if you find the derivative yet in this interval 1 and 2, between the derivative, if you can observe by putting x is 1 here, by putting x is 2 here, the derivative is always less than 1. Therefore this method, fixed point iteration method, converges for this particular phi x. For this selection of phi x, the method converges. So we can proceed. So we start with some initial approximation between 1 and 2. Any value I choose here between 1 and 2, 1.5. So the method is Pn plus 1. Successive approximations are obtained by putting Pn in phi. So the phi function we have seen, this is phi function 4 minus x power 1 by 3. In this you have to put successive values to get the next approximations. So in this phi x you first put p naught, then you will get p1. So the formula is Pn plus 1 is equal to phi Pn. So if you put p naught you will get p1. Then if you put p1 you will get p2 and so on. So what is the initial approximation I have started with? P naught is 1.5. This is between 1 and 2. So let us put this p naught in this phi function. Phi of p naught, you will get 1.3570. This is p1. First approximation from p naught we are getting p1. Once you get this p1, again put this p1 in this phi function. So phi of p1 will be p2. Put 1.3825 in this function. 4 minus 1.3825 power 1 by 3. That will give p2. And thereafter put p2 in again in phi. That will give p3. Again put p3 in phi. This function phi will get p4. So if you observe, the successive approximations are 1.35, 720, 1.3825, 1.3781, 1.3787. Here after 4 approximations, this is p1, p2, p3, 4, p4. From 0 to 4 we see 4 approximations. Fourth one and third one coincides up to 3 digits. 1.3781, 1.3787. That means the root is 1.3787 accurate to 3 decimal places. Up to 3 decimal places both are the same. So we can stop here, as in the problem we are asked to find the approximate root of this equation correct to 3 decimal places only. Let us go to another problem. Example, use fixed point iteration method to find an approximation to square root 3 minus 1 correct to at least within 10 power minus 2. So start with an equation. We don't have an equation. To form an equation, let us assume that square root 3 minus 1 is equal to x. Let us suppose this value is x. From that you will get square root 3 is x plus 1. And squaring both sides, 3 will be equal to x plus 1 whole square. That implies x square plus 2x plus 1 will be equal to 3. And further, if we simplify, x square plus 2x minus 2 equals 0, this is fx, the equation for which we find the root. And in the fixed point iteration method, we rewrite this equation as x is equal to phi x. So let us try to rewrite this fx equals 0 as x is equal to phi x. So from this, 2x is equal to, take x square the other side, minus x square plus 2. From fx, we are trying to write x is equal to phi x. So 2x is minus x square plus 2, which implies x is equal to minus x square plus 2 over 2. So this is our phi x. This is of the form x is equal to phi x, where phi, the function phi x, is minus x square plus 2 over 2. Now we have to observe for the convergence, the derivative of this phi x should be less than 1 in the interval. So phi derivative is minus 2x over 2. This phi x we found here. This is phi x. For that, if you find the derivative, minus x. And for the given function is, we have seen fx is x square plus 2x minus 2 is 0. So for this function fx is x square plus 2x minus 2. F of 0, if you put x is 0, you will get negative. F of 1, if you put x is 1, f of 1 positive. So root lies in the interval 0 and 1. But our condition for convergence is this phi derivative should be less than 1. So if we take x is 1 here, phi derivative 1 will be in absolute value 1. It is not greater than, it is not less than 1 if we put in this interval. So let us take the point P naught is 0.5. So phi derivative at this point P naught in absolute value is nothing but 0.5, because phi derivative x is equal to minus x. So phi derivative at this point will be minus 0.5, and if you take absolute value, it is 0.5, which is less than 1. So phi derivative at x will be less than 1 in the interval 0 and 0.5. Phi derivative is not less than 1 in 0, 1. Because if you put x is 1 here, the phi derivative will be minus 1. In absolute value, it is 1. It is not less than 1. Whereas in this interval 0, 0.5, phi derivative will be definitely less than 1. So in this interval, we can take any value as the initial approximation to apply the fixed point iteration method. So here I choose P naught is 0.5. So let us proceed. Let us start with the initial approximation P naught equal to 1.5. So the formula in the fixed point iteration method is Pn plus 1 is equal to phi Pn. That means each time we put the approximation in phi to get the next approximation Pn plus 1, where phi of x is minus x square plus 2 over 2. So first start with P naught 1.5, you put in phi. So phi of 1.5, the starting value P naught, you will get P1. So P1 is equal to phi of P naught. Phi of P naught, if you put this P naught here, you will be getting 0.875. This is P1. Once you get P1, again put in this function phi. Phi of P1 will be P2. P2 will be equal to phi of P1. This is P1. You put this P1 in this function phi. You will get P2. Once you get P2, again substitute in this function phi, put in this P2 in place of x, P2. You will get P3 and so on. And these are the errors, difference between two successive approximations. This is P1 and this is P0. P1 minus P0 is this. So the error we got finally 7.352 times 10 power minus 2, which is of order 10 power minus 2. So the root is 0.77399 up to 5 decimals, accurate to at least within 10 power minus 2 by the fixed point iteration method. So in this method always we rewrite, if we again go to the procedure, we always rewrite this equation of x equal to 0 as x is equal to phi x. This is the symbol phi, Greek symbol to denote a function phi. So x is equal to phi x, where the derivative of phi x always should be less than 1 for the convergence of the method. Here the derivative of phi x is minus x, and this derivative in absolute value is less than 1 in this interval. Therefore, we can start with any initial value between 0 and 0.5. Here I started with 0.5, and each time substituting that p values, approximations in this phi function, we get the next approximation. So this is the end of this presentation on the fixed point iteration method.